Dear students, in this chapter, let us concentrate on the development of prose and essays in English literature. Matthew Arnold called 18th century as an age of prose and reason because the literature of the age is based on reason and intellect. Thus, age is characterized by its satirical, didactic, and critical writing. The emotions and imagination based on popular genre. Poetry is rejected by the people. The reason dominates the thoughts and expressions of the people in all cadres of society. The literature of the age expressed these things on various forms of writing, periodical essays, and novels, or the popular forms of literature of the age. Development of prose in 18th century. The origin of the literary genre poetry prose traces back to the Greek and Romans. Later on, the modern form of English prose writing is popular in 14th century. The dominant literary forms of drama and poetry affected on the development of the prose form. In the Restoration period, prose takes the clearly developed form of essay. As Matthew Arnold says, real moment of birth of our modern English prose. It further developed in the 18th century. Many changes have taken place in its length, style of writing, and the use of diction. For example, the sentences are short and simple than the previous one. Reasons. The 18th century is marked by its development in the field of science, industrialization, colonialism, and scientific inventions enhanced the scientific temper of the age. The availability of the education and learning is increased the reasoning power of the people. The common sense and critical temper of the mind is polished by learning. They questioned each and every act before accepting. The rise of the Middle English attracted towards miscellaneous writings. The classical literature is no more attractive to them. They wanted to read which is related to their life and reality. Essays, travelogues, diaries, and character sketches satisfied their quench for their knowledge. Prominent writers of the age: John Dryden, first modern prose writer who has written more than 50 works, but he is regarded for his the Pilgrim's Progress. He was a preacher and thinker of the age. He has given his unique contribution to the development of English prose. For example, Grace Abounding, The Pilgrim's Progress, The Life and Death of Mr. Badman, and The Holy War, etc. Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift was the great satirist, essayist, political pamphleteer, and poet of the 18th century England. The first half of the 18th century is filled with the writings of Jonathan Swift. His satires are obscene, misanthropic, and cynical. His contribution. Swift adopts simple and precision style of writing satires. The special feature of his satire is the use of irony. He mastered in using irony very effectively. Some of his popular satirical writings are a proposal for correcting, a modest proposal for preventing the children of poor people from being the burden to their parents and country, etc. Joseph Addison and Sir Richard Steele can be called as the patrons of periodical essays. They adapted essays not only to educate people on morals and manners, but also to entertain. Richard Steele invented the periodical named The Tatler. He contributed much to the magazine. Maximum essays were written in Tatar by Steele. Addison collaborated with Steele and contributed to the periodicals. They ran the periodicals together. When the Tatler was closed down, they began another periodical named The Spectator. They focused on various issues of the London life, from fashion to education. They discussed all these issues in the Spectator. Dr. Samuel Johnson is also one of the a great prose writer who is well known for his single work, that is the creation of dictionary. He has also written periodical papers, philosophical papers, and well known for critical work, lives of poets. Other writers, John Arbuthnot, Lord Bolingbroke, Francis Atterbury, Holy Sibbert, Lord Shaftesbury, George Berkeley. The session summary is the 18th century is an age of prose and reason. From the first modern prose writer of English, Samuel Johnson, to end of the Restoration period, many writers have contributed to the development of the prose. Prose writing has taken different form in different at different times, from essays, satires, pamphlets, and periodical essays, character writing, and ended in novel form. Dear students, for further reference, you can refer David H's A Critical History of English Literature, Pramod K. Nair's A Short History of English Literature, Hudson, An Outline History of English Literature. And good luck. Thank you.